Hello everybody, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I just wanted to go over how I developed my UI since I have quite a few people in the comments asking me about it. The first thing I did was I created the weak aura. I went on to Wago and found some really good weak auras for the evoker class and started compiling things just to make my job a little easier with triggers and conditions and whatnot. So I went in and made my own devastation pack that tracks defenses and heals up above my player frame, potions down below, my main rotation, my essences, the 2 bars are for hover, my dots, my less important utility style abilities. If I get power infusion with an audio cue, it says BAM, so I know that I got it. Trinkets, Shattering Star, as well as Firestorm. Even though I'm not using them at the moment, they will load in when it's appropriate. Then I decided to get shadowed uniframes, and I really like Now's UI, so I spent about 5 hours tabbing back and forth between his stream and the game, recreating as close as I could his UI. So if I go into shadowed uniframes and unlock the frames, you can see I have 25 raid frames because we never have more than 25 people even in heroic, so I have 5 bars or 5 groups worth of raid frames. Usually it'd only be 20 in Mythic, so it'd fill up to about there. I have my action bars hidden with Bartender, but they're all there. They're on mouse overs, you can see them all. Party, I have the 4 other party members other than myself. Since I'm right here, I found it kind of redundant to have myself in the same party. I use Now's Plater profile. I just personally really like it, so I imported it in from live. I also, if you see when I attack, have my essences show up with the player profile so that I can track my essences without having to look down to the middle of my screen. But I can also track them in the middle of the screen just so that wherever I'm focused, I have the information at hand that I need. I also have, with my party frame being to the side, I also have my interrupt tracker. You can see it right here. It grows up from here, so I can see who has interrupts available, and I know that if I need to interrupt an ability or not. I also use the nameplate power. That's the essences under the nameplates on the plater profile. I have my potions down here, tracking all my potions. The mouse cursor right here in the middle, you can see it. If I hold down right click and start moving around, the mouse cursor disappears, but the circle remains. It also has a cast bar on it and a GCD circle on the inside. So if I cast an ability, you can see the GCD circle go off on the inside, showing me how long I'm going to be on GCD for, so I'm not over spamming. I also use Thundering Affix to track Thundering, the new seasonal affix. It counts down, and once it hits 5 seconds, it counts 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. System info and durability. This is something I created, which shows my durability, my ping, my FPS. It's one of the main reasons I used LVUI, but since I'm not using LVUI, I wanted to have that feature. So I created this weak aura because that's one of the main features I liked about LVUI, was having those info on your chat bar. And then personally, I find this to be one of the most important. Play sound on death lets me know what I am. I find this to be the most important weak aura I have in the entire game. Just lets me know what I am. That's how I personally made my UI. I did a lot of tweaking with it. I used Details Damage Meter right here. I use Melee or Melee for my textures on all of my add-ons, on all of my weak auras, on my shadowed uniframes, on details. I use the Now font, which is a type of Gotham Narrow. It's a offshoot of that, which I got from my LVUI profile when I imported it into retail. It comes with that font, and I use that font for everything in game. So find something that you like and works for you, and then just tweak it. I've probably spent well over 10 hours on the beta just tweaking when there's nothing to test, just tweaking my UI so it's ready to go, making it perfect. I started just with these weak auras in the middle and was using default UI. Then I added on my mana bar. I added on my defensives. I added on shadowed uniframes to make it look like Now's. I brought in my details profile. I brought in Now's plater because I really like that. And as you can see, I got my bartender, my bigwigs, details, the Atrix Plus, because I really like the features the Atrix Plus brings in with auto looting, auto skipping, cutscenes, auto repairs, auto vendoring, all that kind of stuff. Faster auto looting, no drunk effects, everything that it has in it. It's a really good add-on. Lib Group Inspect is needed for my interrupt tracker. Little Wigs for dungeons. Plater, shadowed unit frames. Shared media has the audio cues that I use in my weak auras. Weak auras itself, I have LVY here, but I'm not going to be using it. I just used it to pull from. And then my weak aura sound pack by Cause, which is the main thing that I use in my raid weak auras. Play around with what you like, tweak, and you'll be able to build your own UI as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.